Make sure that you know how it is. Make sure everything's good.
Tighten it up.
Let me put my headphones in, Eddie. 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh shit, hell man. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Transaction Engineer.
What's up, my brother? What's up, Roundup family?
My
In the
roundup.
building, baby.
Yes, this is cool. 1 second. Put this thing. Okay. Roundup family, you know. Well, we may not know. I'm Kris Haskins with the Real Estate Roundup.kz. My mission and ministry, Rounduppers, is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. In doing that, I get to hang out with winners, such as Mr. Transaction. Man, they're trying to sue me, Eddie. They're trying to sue you, boy.
Man, who is that now, man? Freaking pricks, whoever it is.
That's not even what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk about
We'll get on that one later.
warrant in debt. Can you see that? Warrant in debt coming after you, boy.
Oh, that's that trust thing you were talking about?
No, this is an HOA. If you see here.
Oh, yeah, man. They got plenty of lawsuits on me. With all my company days, they got plenty of lawsuits.
You see it in my name. It's in the trust name. I don't mess around with these fools.
Man, I hate HOAs, man. They some bullies, man.
That's all they are, Eddie.
They some real bullies, man. And my buddy, the one who got the townhouse free and clear, he's supposed to be paying these people $80 a month, right? Deciding on the dang on, they supposed to be responsible for the grounds and the exterior.
Common area.
The sign have been messed up on the house about 5 or 6 years. They still charging.
Don't let them have to pay for something.
It's gonna double.
It's all hell. Yeah, if they want to do it, then if you got to do it, then they're on your butt.
Oh yeah, oh my God. The last house we was in, man, they were so bad. Jesus Christ. We was in that subdivision a couple years. Man, they sending you something every week about weeds. Fertilize your weeds. If you don't have show receipt that you haven't got a landscaper coming out there to treat the weeds, you're gonna be charged $25 a day. Man, they just Jesus, man.
It's rough, isn't it?
I understand some of the stuff, but like they can get real petty, man. Quick.
They can. I think my thing was I was only late 6 months. It's not like I haven't been paying it for the last 6 years. You know, I mean, all I could have done was send me a letter like, "Hey, you late." Yeah, I'm going to court. I'm trying to get the attorney on the phone. They ain't even picking up the phone. They probably see my call ID. Want to make sure. I just want to make sure they got the check.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did you get the damn check? They won't even pick the phone up.
You send it. So you gonna send an attorney to go out there and check them out?
No, I already sent the check 2 weeks ago, but I just want to make sure they got
to the HOA.
They had an attorney. Like I had to pay the attorney fees. So I don't pay them in a check. I'm gonna give you a tip, my rounduppers. Y'all better be writing this one down. Do not pay attorneys with checks that you're from your bank account for debts. Always use money orders. Always use money orders. Because then they got your bank account. Let me tell you what happened to me. I paid one of these joints with my check. Next thing I know, something happened and they had my bank account already. They just went up in the bank account and just took the money right out. Eddie, you there? Damn, he's looking real still. My rounduppers, greetings to you, class. Today I wanted to talk to you about what do you do when we're taking over these houses subject to when the payment's too high. I was hoping Eddie was going to be able to share some of this loan modification stuff he does, which is what I really wanted to hear about. My rounduppers. Make sure you hit that like button, please, and share this content for other people that may be interested in raising their financial literacy. Let me see if I can get Eddie back on the line here. Hold tight. But today's topic was talking about, man, I get so many of these leads. Looked at one Friday where we want to do the subject to. The seller is on board to do the subject to. That's when we're going to buy the house and take over the payments. But the monthly payment is just, I'm just done with taking over houses. I am not going to be taking over houses where there's zero cash flow. Unless, oh, here he is. You back?
Yeah. Freaking internet, man. Comcast, I tell you. They coming today between 5 and 7. Good thing they did hotspot. I didn't even know that. It's a hotspot that comes with Comcast. So all you got to do is click on your Wi-Fi settings and log right in.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, man, I'm HOA as hell.
Oh,
like
yeah,
one of them, I didn't even know. My dog Turner didn't even do he didn't do a title search. No, he did. But I wasn't even aware of the balance. The homeowner told me the balance on the HOA. The balance until I got the close. Hey, it's 20. I'm like, damn. But we went ahead and did a deal because we got like 60,000 in equity. Then we was able to negotiate that down to about 10 and a payment of $200 a month.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. You never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they will take payment arrangement.
So I wanted to ask you today, Eddie, when I'm getting a lot of leads in.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm here. Golly. You must not be. Eddie. Brother Eddie. Huh?
Well, yeah, they'll take.
Eddie, you real choppy. Well, Eddie, you there?
Kind of in the slow motion.
Yeah,
Chris.
we gotta take it slow. You hear me? So your internet is down. Oh, Brother Daniel, are you there, Eddie? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Eddie?
Yeah.
Eddie, are you there? I guess he's done. Daniel, thank you so much. Wow, Brother Daniel, thank you, my friend. Thank you. We are here working. We're working for you. I might have to just bring Eddie on the phone. I might have to bring my boy Eddie on the phone because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get him. We might not be able to see your beautiful smile, my friend. But I can get you on the phone, though. Eddie. I think you done, dog.
Which one's this? Oh, I might get 2 of them.
What'd you say?
It might be the problem. I had 2 of them.
You got to close them all down. Rounduppers, we're trying to get Mr. Transaction on the line here. Do you want to just keep on with the phone, Eddie, or do you want me to try to bring you in one more time?
Yeah, bring me in again.
All right. Close everything else down. Rounduppers, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my boy. We'll get him straight. Rounduppers, I just want to once again say thank you. I mean, I'm just like, I'm looking around at the universe and I'm just getting so blessed. Sometimes I'm just in tears. Thank you so much. So today I wanted to talk. We have to roast them. We'll roast Eddie. You know, it's weird. My heat went out today. I'm in here cold. I'm waiting on the guy to come. I got a brand new central heating and air in my house. And the heat went out. I'm in here kind of chilly today. So the man will be here in a little while. Things happen. I wanted to ask Eddie how he approaches people because a lot of my leads, round-uppers, I don't know about you, but the ones that I see around the country from coaching people, a lot of the subject to leads are coming in where the monthly payment is just too high. And I want to find out, how does Mr. Transaction approach these things, not only from a strategic aspect and point of view, but I also want to know, how does he approach them from a life energy and a workflow point of view? Because you can obviously, if you got a bunch of leads that are coming in where the payments are too high, you can obviously work with the seller, try to do a loan modification, documents back and forth, back and forth. But I just don't know if I want to take all that time to do all that. I'm just thinking, you know, if you've got 5 of them, do you need somebody on staff? Do you need to hire it out to a broker? Because the real estate broker, because the mortgage company is not going to necessarily do it unless you're on top of it. And then no one wants to do anything for free. So just trying to see what my friend, Mr. Transaction, is going to say about that. I thought it would be a very good training to talk to you about today. If I can get the brother man on here, since he did not pay his bill for the internet. He did not pay his bill for the internet. He has to use the PoFolks internet. There he is. Man, cut that PoFolk internet off, dog. Go get the real internet, man. Come on. He still can't hear me. Man, just you're looking real bad, man. We're gonna have to. We're going to have
Man, you know, we just moved, man. It's a bootleg Comcast.
Here, I'm gonna call you up on the phone. I gotta get this over with.
It's breaking up.
Yeah, I can't even see. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Do it by phone, Chris.
All right, go ahead and cut it off. Eddie, you there?
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. I guess we just have to see your face. No, we can't even see that. Eddie, I wanted to ask you. I'm getting a lot of leads in from people that don't. They are interested in doing. They're interested in doing subject to with us, and even just with my clients around the country. But I wanted to talk to you about, what do you do from a strategic point of view when the seller's monthly payment is not only too high, but right there where there's no cash flow? I want to ask you about a strategic. What do you do then? And then not only strategic, but from a life energy point of view, how much effort is it going to take to deal with those type of leads, Eddie?
Man, I gotta have at least 30,000, 40,000 equity. Then I'm gonna try to go in and renegotiate.
I'm more referring to the monthly payment. Even if they don't have it, I don't really care about the equity, but I'm talking about that monthly payment. What is there any strategy that we could tell them regarding that monthly payment being right there with no cash flow?
Yeah, I wouldn't deal with it. All the way I would deal with it, they got a lot of equity. And I'd be trying to put somebody in there to cash out as quickly as possible. Because, I mean, you can try to modify, it's going to take a couple of months to deal with. And, that's not really a guarantee they're going to drop it.
Tell me how that looks, Eddie, on a modification. Give me a picture of what that looks like, because I've actually never been able to push one through.
So basically, a modification, you can't have, it's all based on income and expenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to show anything. You don't want to show like you got an income of $1,000 or $1,500 extra, and your expenses are low. Just say, for example, your expenses are $2,000. and you making $3,500 a month, they're not going to modify it. But if you're making, they say your expenses are $30,000, your income is like $2,900, $2,800, then they're usually modified. So you got to be in the negative. You got to look like you really need it. If not, you won't get it. Because, see, you can always raise your income, but your expenses, you can't necessarily. I mean, you can always raise your income, but the expenses, they're going to look at that.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be close. They need to be close. Or you could have like $150 over your expenses. You just don't want to be too far. Look like you're just making a lot of cash, but it's not showing any hardship. Give me no reason why they should modify it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
but that's not a guarantee.
So tell me how does that, just walk me through that. So we're dealing with, how does that look? I want to know, in your world, we got the seller on the hook. They're ready to do the deal. We sit down with them. How do we paint that picture for them? Because I think a lot of people, and I know a lot of people have deals that the payments are just too high. I'm seeing them from coast to coast.
Yeah, me too. They got to basically turn in all their finances. It's just like a store kid. A store kid, you got to prove if you can't afford the property.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with the modification. You got to prove that you can't afford the property. But it doesn't. I got a homeowner now. His income is maybe $1,500, and his expenses are $3,000.
Expensive. Wow.
But they gave him a temporarily forbearance to let him pay $1,000 a month. So the payment is originally $2,200.
Mm-hmm.
They make him pay $1,000 a month for. They make him pay $1,000 a month for like 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
And so hopefully he'll have a new job by then.
Mm-hmm.
Then we consider him for a modification.
Rounduppers, if you're just joining us, Eddie's internet was down. He just moved and they're working on his internet down in Georgia. But today we're just talking about what do you do with the subject to if the homeowner's payment is too high. And Eddie's just going over what a loan modification would look like. So are we getting a power of attorney, Eddie? So we're sitting down with the seller, talking to them, roll it out for us so we can kind of give us a blueprint on that.
When we sit down and talk to them, explain to them this is not really a good deal. The only way this will become a good deal for us is if we get this loan modified.
Yeah.
So you will need, they're going to ask for pay stubs, they're going to ask for bank statement, ownership letter, and tax returns.
Mm-hmm.
Now every bank is different, but that's all of them going to ask for those main things. And then it's all about the numbers. Just like if you're doing a short sale or anything else, or you're buying a house, it's all about the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
All about the numbers. So if your income come in too high, your income come in way more than your expenses, forget about it.
Really?
Because they will deny you. It's like, okay, I got another student. He's doing a modification with the seller, but he has like $1,000 extra coming in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So they pay him instead of modifying the loan and giving him a lower payment. If he has that extra money, it shows that he can afford to make an extra $400-500 a month to catch it up.
What?
They still have the payment going.
Unbelievable. Wow.
So you do not want to come in too high. Because you want to keep it close, man. Like income, $1,900, expenses, $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Or you put income, $2,000, expenses, $2,000. Make it. They know if you make it like that, hey, one false move, you got to go to the gas station, a little extra. And it's going to knock your numbers off.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose of the modification is to lower your payment. But it got to be showing the hardship. They're not going to modify it if you couldn't. You got to be showing if you're behind and you can't afford it.
Mm-hmm. So, go ahead.
We've been successful getting a lot of them done. As long as you play by those rules, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I know you were saying that before. Are we getting the D? Go ahead, Eddie.
I said, then if it's a problem, just say, well, you don't have enough income, then you just go out and rent out your room or rent out your basement.
Yeah.
First, find out how much income you need, and they'll tell you usually. Then you just go, rent out your room or rent out a basement or something like that. And then be it to show you making an extra $300 or $400 a month that they need to have you approved for that modification.
What time frame are we talking to get something like this pushed through, Eddie?
Everybody like the short step, man. They take anywhere from about 3 to 5 months.
3 to 5 months? Wow.
There's nothing short about it. It's not like the short step. It's going to take, all of it's going to take time.
What's going on in the meantime? Are we getting the deed? Are we buying the house and then negotiating it? And if it doesn't go through, giving the deed back? What does that look like?
Now, some banks will do a title search. So sometimes we will wait before we even close on the property. Because now some of these banks are doing title search. And they see it's deed over to the homeowner. They told us, well, we can't modify the loan because it's not in the original seller name. So we have a deed to try to get back over the seller to get the modification done.
Mm-hmm.
So we had him read time another deed at the same time. So once the modification done, we can, get back started.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you better get a backup deed. Make sure they sign off another one. You close before you get the loan modified. Like some of them don't even check title, man. Some of these things up.
So we get the deed, we hold on to all the closing paperwork while we're negotiating the modification.
Right.
Hope y'all got that. I'm gonna say that aloud. Make sure you get the deed, because once the modification is done, it's like Ron LeGrand says, the prostitute theory. The value of your services go down after services are rendered. So I'm guessing if we don't want them to have to sign the deed after the modification is done, correct?
Yeah, because once they modify, they might get out of here. Hey, they won't need us anymore.
Prostitute theory.
Straight pimp theory.
You got your internet working again?
Man, this thing go out 3 or 4 times a day.
No, it ain't working. Eddie?
It's working now.
Looks like it's trying to.
Hey, I'm not gonna touch nothing.
Go ahead.
They'll be here, thank God. Hey, between 5 and 7 a day, man. You know I've been over here pissed. Now that, man, they charge you $200-$300 a month for some shit. I don't even watch cable TV or none of that crap, man. I use this internet. That's all I need. Shit.
So tell me about the life energy, Eddie, that's going to be involved with doing one of these. I'm just thinking the seller could change their mind at any time. Not to say that they would, but they could.
Some will, man. You know this business, Chris. Some people, like any business, some people are honest, some people are cross you, all kind of stuff. But I would make sure I get everything signed over in heaven and escrow.
Explain to my round-uppers that don't quite understand. They may not understand. What do you mean by that, Eddie?
Just have them go down to the attorney office and sign off on all the paperwork pertaining to your subject to closing. And then once the modification is done, then file the deed. Because, man, we used to have no problems, but for some reason they're doing title search. The last one we had a problem with was Chase. man, they wanted to even see the land trust docs. So we had to scan a copy of the doggone declaration of trust docs and send it to them.
What?
Then that wasn't good enough. They said, no, you got to take it out the trust and put it in their name. I'm like, golly, man.
So you had to do a trust and then have them as the beneficiary first.
Yeah, and they still didn't want that. That wasn't good enough. They said, put it back into a regular deed.
Wow.
Quit claiming it over to them.
That is terrible.
Thank God we were cool with the seller. You know, we still had them sign that deed over, deeding it back to us in escrow.
Mm-hmm.
But it's best, man. I mean, every bank different, man. The small banks, they're not going to really check. But the big boys, they usually do a title search.
Yeah.
But, hey, it may be worth it, guys, if you got the time. Now, you're going to be on the phone a lot. When you're doing a modification, you need to be following up weekly. And then they don't play, man. Usually when they say they want a document, you typically have about 2 to 3 days to get that document in. They may give you 5. That's pushing. Between, I say, 3 to 5 days. If you don't have this stuff back in, it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
They cancel your modification. I don't care if you've been working on it for 4 or 5 months. Man, they will cancel your modification if you don't have it in 3. You've been waiting on them for a month or 2 or 3. And as soon as they request the document from you, you don't have it. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's crazy, man. But hey, it's their rules. So you got to play by the rules.
You know, I'm thinking about the only time that I attempted this. I did it on myself, and I wasn't able to do it. It's been many, many, many moons ago.
Well, you know, when that doggone market crashed, man, that's what we had to switch over to because nobody was buying or selling anything. So thank God, at the time, I didn't even know, shit, I'm going to need a modification. Was a hustler, so I need to make some ends meet. I said, I got to do something. So we switched over to modification. Of course, we screwed up a couple of them before we really got it down pat.
Mm-hmm.
After we got it down pat, man, we was doing a lot of them. But then they came in with a regulation because people was beating people out of money with the modification. So then they came in a regulation that you can only be an attorney that does modification for people or agent or something like that.
Do it for them, but you're not necessarily doing it for them.
You're just guiding them.
Gotcha.
You're just guiding them. They got to, you know.
You're not charging.
No, we're not charging. Yeah, you can't even charge. If you do it for them, you can't even charge.
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't really making that much money. $2,000, $3,000 a modification. Wasn't a lot of money compared to when you flipping a house 10, 20, 30 grand. But
Yeah.
the market wasn't doing anything, so we had to switch the game up.
Mm-hmm.
Change with the times, man, or get left behind. Change
with the time. So when you approach the seller, because I'm thinking in their mind, I don't want to think for them, but I'm thinking you sit down with them with, this is not, Mrs. Smith, this is not necessarily a good deal, but we're going to try to do it anyway. Only if that's what you. I'm just taking your words. Do you tell them that, or do you think that? I mean, what are these? Because if you do a loan modification, don't they want to stay? I'm like, shit. Then they might even want to stay.
No, they got to be gone now. We're not doing it. They stand in the house. They got to be empty. It needs to be empty and vacant.
Gotcha. So you want them to be gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it in the house because, boy, that modification come back in the mail looking all good, boy. Woo. Well, you could be filing the affidavit and memorandum because they go buck. They be like, man, I could have did this. Thank you. But you call them, please hang up and try your operator. They done disconnect the phone and everything.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is that's why we get the deed first and we get all the sub-2 docs ready.
Yep, get it all ready. But you can close in it, but keep in mind if they do that title search, you're going to have to deed the property back over to the seller. So make sure you guys are on a good page with the seller. If you can find them, you know, some of them, once you buy a subject to, man, they haul ass. You can't even find them.
They're gone. So
get you a good power attorney where you can sign off on all kind of documents, and you'll be good.
Yeah, in my experience, once they get that, if you give them a few dollars, man, them fools count.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna do the modification. If we know we're gonna go and do a not do a mod. If we know we're gonna go in and help them with a modification, then we'll get all the documents, then pay stubs, all that stuff. But the only thing about it, you got to be on top of it.
What you mean?
Really hard, because sometimes if they go too long, if you're not following up on the file every day, or not every day, I'm sorry, every week. If you're not following up on that file every week, then it'll take a long time. It'll take a long time to close it out. And if it take a long time, the longer it take to close it out, they're gonna need updated pay stubs, updated bank statements. So usually every 3 months they want a new updated everything, bank statements and pay stubs. Yeah. Every 90 days, you got a business, they want a profit and loss statement. It's easier to do the modification. They got a business too, because profit and loss statements, anybody can play with them numbers.
Yeah.
But I would tell them, man, straight up, because if their numbers are like that, man, I won't even touch it, man. Unless you got 30 grand or better, then we'll deal with it.
That's what I'm I'm sorry. That's what I'm hinting at, Eddie. I'm like, as I'm getting older, I used to try to make deals work, try to make them all work. And I'm like, how many have I fallen through the cracks? No equity, payment marginal. I got a down payment, I got the 5, maybe 7. Around here, you're not getting 10 grand on these. You're getting like 3 to 5. But is it worth my time doing that? And then I have to, obviously they won't last. They may last a year, maybe. I got the down payment. I got no cash flow. Now I'm trying to worry about them making the rent to cover the mortgage. I mean, is that, or would you even tackle that anymore?
No, not this year. When I first started, now, heck no, man. It's not even worth the time. But you first start a couple years in the game, you want every deal. I won't even touch it now, man. Because there's so many deals out here with some spreads, with equity.
Yeah.
Versus focusing on one and trying to just beat a dead horse and make him come back alive.
Let me show you this one, man. I mean, I'm looking at it, the guy.
Hey, you remember the one we talked about last week? I showed you the video on.
Yeah.
Man, how about this guy?
He said he needed 5,000, but he went down to $5.
And the fool went up to 7,000.
7? I thought the foreclosure was next week.
Yeah, he went up to 7,000 Sunday. He texted me back and said, "Hey, I'll take 7." What, $7?
He puts, "I'll take 7."
Man, come on, man. I didn't even reply, man. It wasn't worth the time, man. Man, that guy's smoking, man. Most likely he is smoking something from the looks of it. He might be on that meth over there in that house, man. He probably hit that meth one good time. Let me tell you that I need 7,000 real quick.
I'm a sucker. 5. I'm gonna do it 5. I need that 7.
He thought I was sweet for the picket, man. I probably the only one entertained him that long, sat in the house that long. Everybody else was in and out.
I would have been like, man, oh, peace.
Man, I wanted to stand up for that cash flow, but boy, it was too much work, man. I mean, it wasn't even the hot water heater didn't work, man. Yeah. Nothing was functional in there, except maybe the sink. That was a real money pit. That would have been about 50 racks.
Let me show you this one, Eddie. This is the reason this came up. I'm looking at this one like, man, I really want to do this one. I love the house. I went to look at it last week. Let's see if I can find it.
Hey, man, they busted over.
What's that?
Dial up. Hey, y'all. I got that dial up, man. I had to take it back to when that dial up came out.
Yeah, Eddie, come on, man. Tighten up.
What year was that? What year dial up came out? 2002?
I don't even know, dog.
Well, that was terrible, too. So as soon as somebody called, they knock you offline. Man, my kids have a heart attack now.
They would have a heart attack.
Well, they might, oh my God. What?
They have a heart attack. They wouldn't know what to do. Let me show you. I'm going to bring this on the screen, Eddie, so you can see it. I'm going to share this one with you. The reason this one came up, because I'm I have been contemplating doing this one. And Rounduppers, if you're just joining us, we are just talking about what does Eddie do, or what do you do with the property that you can get the deed, but there's no cash flow. And I think my business in this stage of my life, I don't know if I want
Got time for it, man.
So here's the pictures, Eddie. Oh, let me go back one. Look at this house, man. Very nice.
Wow.
Very nice. Oops. That. There we go. Kitchen in good shape. Carpet's a little dirty, but it's not nasty. Hardwood's upstairs. Shower's good to go. Bathroom. Now these are just the seller, just a wonderful guy. I mean, just good people. We might need some windows, but they still work.
Yeah.
Backyard. Very nice house. Central heating in there works. Deck. Front yard right there.
It looked nice. What's the deal on it?
The guy moved out of town. Payments $13.50. Might rent for $14, maybe.
Dang.
He's got no equity in it.
Dang.
No equity.
I run across a couple of them lemons like that too.
I'm like, it doesn't need anything. I could put somebody in it, maybe get a small down payment. I mean, it's right here at the holidays. What do you think? Oh, I've been toiling over it. I was gonna do a flex option, right? Let him, or I can find a buyer and he could still sell it to somebody else if he wanted, so I wouldn't tie him up. But I just don't know if I want to get in the middle of it. What were you thinking, my brother? You wouldn't even mess with it.
If I thought I could get a good down payment off of it, I may work with it, depending on the area. Like if I get at least 10 or better, I may stick it out. Because you're just collecting money anyway, but I gotta make something every month, man. Damn.
You know that down payment to me, that down payment, man, that junk gone, bro. I mean, to me, if I'm gonna make 10 today, it's cool, but you spend it, and then the cash flow to me is where the money is, really.
Yeah, so cash flow is king. them flip checks only last so long.
They come and go.
Cash flow, baby, it's here to stay every month. Make you wake up in the morning like a soldier. You know what I'm saying?
So would you deal with this one, Eddie? What would you do? What would you recommend?
I
talked to him about a loan mod, but he's current on the payments.
Damn.
He talked to the bank. The bank told him he had to be 3 months behind.
Yeah, you got to be behind.
A lot of people don't want to put the credit on the line.
Oh, you know what you should do? Do a wholesale lease option. Just get the check and get out.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, do that, man. I wouldn't even deal with it because there's no equity. I mean, there's really no future in the deal until 15 years from now, 10 years from now. Yeah, I found my wholesale lease option 10. I'm out of there.
Be done. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, do that one.
So just break that down for my rounduppers that doesn't have a good picture of a wholesale and lease option, Eddie. What do you mean by that?
Well, basically, that nice house like that, somebody be willing to give you about 5 to 7, maybe 10 grand down on it. So, we will offer the seller, give them first month security deposit, tell them we're going to bring them a tenant buyer that we qualified. And, once we find that tenant buyer, just say the tenant buyer came with 5 grand and we got to get a seller 2 grand first month and non-refundable deposit, which would be 2 grand. Then, we would keep the 5 grand. That seller would get 2 grand. And we on out our way. He would deal directly with the tenant, tenant buyer, and, we out of the picture.
Yeah, that's all he wants. He just wants that mortgage covered, Eddie. He told me that several times.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. He'll probably be happy with that.
I'm just like, man, here's the thing. I'm just foreseeing, I'm thinking about my future, and I just see him coming back when the tenant doesn't pay. I just feel like I'm going to get sucked back in.
Good. Tell him, sir, we'll find you another tenant buyer.
Yeah.
Free of charge.
Yeah.
And then repeat the process.
That's true. All right. Well, that's all I had, man. I wanted to just go over that one with you. We've been on here for 40 minutes messing with your internet, dog.
Damn.
Round up and put your questions in over there on the chat. Let's see if I can get the chat box there, and we'll knock a few down real quick.
They said Airbnb it, but
I saw that
you got to do too much work to Airbnb it.
The condition on that joint. You know, man, dude, do you know how many bad reviews I'm going to get?
They're going to smash.
They're going to destroy me.
But your rating's going to be like 1%.
They'll destroy you. Who said that? I will get to that in a minute. I thought about Airbnb, and I'm like, it's going to take 8,000 to get it there.
Yeah, man. But we had to do a property like that, put about 8 to 10 into it.
That's about right. Yeah. Daniel, once again, thank you, my brother Daniel. Thank you for your love offering, my friend. We're here grinding. Mr. Chris, you got that cricket internet. Any questions on what you got, what we discussed today, we'll get it answered. We're blessed to have you, and Eddie. Thank you, my friend. Oh man, Ram from California. Damon, I need to check my flame sensor. Okay, let me do that. The thing is only a year old. I just put it in last year. That's a good one, though. Let me check that flame sensor. Bernard, my heat went out. I don't know if I told you.
Oh, is it crib now?
Yeah, it went out a couple hours ago. It started getting cold in here. I'm like, what's going on? Bernard Mack, I'm going to check that, Damon. Thanks for letting me know on that. How do you grow your buyers list, and what would you say to cash buyers at an auction to add them to your list? Eddie?
And that's the best place to go to find your buyers, man, because everybody there, you got to have cash to even play.
You can't even talk.
Yeah.
Speak unless you got money.
I would just go with my cards and let them know what they do. Let them know what you do. Just tell them you're a local wholesaler. You get great properties. Hey, if you need some, here you go my card. You got a card. I'll touch bases with you as soon as we get something else in the pipeline. But guys, you want to build a cash buyers list, go to the courthouse.
You daggone right.
Watch the people who actually bidding. There's going to be a lot of people just looking. But the people who's bidding, those are the ones you want to talk to. Those are the buyers and the major players in your area that's going to be buying cash.
You daggone right.
If you come to that auction, you got to cut the check, baby. Ain't no finance.
That's what it made you guys. That's where we are. That's where we hang out.
That come that cash money, baby.
Well, Bernard, I don't think it's that much you need to say to them other than that you're a serious real estate wholesaler and you come across some great deals, and I would have my notepad ready to write their name, phone number, and email, because a lot of guys like me, I don't carry a business card to the steps. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about buying the house.
Yeah, you think about buying some houses.
ARBO lives. Great topic. Oh, Miss Lady.
Yeah, I heard about that property. Them trucks.
Oh yeah, what happened? I don't know.
I don't know, something about the tariff, whatever. Tearing them up, man.
Miss Little Lady 86. Great topic with property taxes being high. Yeah, that's true. They probably got the highest in the country.
Damn, really?
Oh yeah, they don't have income tax, but they offset it with real estate taxes. It's unreal.
Oh, that's what they do. I was wondering how they made that work.
Oh yeah, bro. Loan modification approval rates are low. Probably is that the case? Eddie knows way more about this than me. The approval rates are low.
No, they still getting approved. It's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers, man. Just like any deal.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, Ram. Let them know you're a wholesaler. Deborah, she's in the doctor's office. You better. We'll say a prayer for you. She's up there learning real estate in the doctor.
Look at my boy Ultimate Bargain.
What did he say?
That joke could be on there.
Make sure you hit that like button, y'all. That's right. Richard Terry says, when negotiating a short sale on the second mortgage, are you doing this before or after you close on the property with the seller?
We're doing both simultaneously. First and the second if you're doing a short sale. Oh, he's talking about the second?
It's just the second. Yeah. Sometimes you're taking over the first and negotiating that second.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go ahead and close on it. But like I said, now since they've been pulling title, man, I probably will hold off. Or if I would go ahead and close on it. Just close on in the trust.
Mm-hmm.
Close on in the trust and negotiate it. But I love properties with second mortgages, man.
Me too.
Different banks. Because that's instant cash flow.
Wipe them out. Terrell, hey Terrell. Assuming there isn't a positive monthly spread, that's what we were talking about today. Isn't it still worth having the tenant buyer pay down the debt monthly? You want to start with that one, Eddie?
I mean, it depends on your situation, man. Like it is a good thing. You're gonna get tax write-offs from it.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I want more benefit. I want the tax write-off and the cash flow. So, to each his own. Some people are cool with it, taking properties with no cash flow, because eventually they pay it down. But what you do if they try to cash you out with 1 year and you don't have any equity in it?
Yeah.
Well, you're bringing money to the table.
You know what I do? I have a hefty prepayment penalty if they try to cash me out. I have like a $10,000 prepayment penalty if they try to do it early, Eddie. So I don't have to do that.
Yeah, man.
But still, Terrell.
Tight. I would just wholesale, man. Terrell, I would just wholesale lease option the deal and keep it moving, man.
Get out of it.
The deals out here.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think both of us, Eddie, I think we are old, lazy, grumpy. I just don't want to deal with this stuff. I mean, I think I love coaching new people because they will put up with a lot more than we will when it comes to these deals. Eddie, what do you think?
Yeah, because you got the tolerance for it when you first started. Now, man, I ain't got time for that crap. Get on out of here, man.
I just don't want to deal with it.
You got time for it, man.
I'm like, I got easier ways to make money than to try to deal with this crap. Terrell, that's a great question. I don't deal with it. No, if there's no cash flow and no equity, I'm like, well, at this one, I'm gonna possibly do it. Yeah, sign it. This is just like Eddie was saying, wholesale it, but I don't want to hold on to it.
No, man, that's no.
Yeah,
it don't even turn me on because you can't even. Shit,
anything can happen. Too tight.
No money, man. Man, you just practicing real estate.
If you're sending the second mortgage hardship letter and proof of pre-foreclosure on the first to get the short sale, at what point do you actually catch up the first so they don't foreclose? That's a good question.
Before the doggone sale date.
Yeah. Anytime, right?
Heck yeah, you better be at that cash on standby just in case. And I always follow up with the first mortgage. Make sure, check on the sale date, see if they have a foreclosure sale date. Mm-hmm. I like North Carolina, man. We're gonna start doing doggone pre-foreclosures up there, man. We working with a property, Kris. It got set off 30 days. Now they got set off again 60 days.
60, yeah. Remember Jay was talking about that at the thing?
Man, that's a blessing, man. Man, we don't have no kind of time like that, man. You got 30 days out there hit the paper and your ass grass. They file a bankruptcy. Other than that, they file a bankruptcy or do a workout with the bank. If they don't do neither one of those, it's over with.
North Carolina is something, isn't it?
Damn, but North Carolina, but you just say one prayer, boy, they give you an extra 30 days.
Well, Jay was saying that what happens if somebody bids, so another investor comes and bids online or whatever, then they kick it out another 60 days. So people are bidding, and then during all that time, the homeowner can just go cure it at any time. I mean, it's crazy.
Damn, that's, man.
I hope they don't bring that crap around here.
Man, I've been dealing with this crazy Georgia law so long, but I just don't really know how to.
You don't even know how to act.
How to receive the blessings y'all get in North Carolina, man. Golly,
man. Y'all lucky there.
Well, we got 3, and actually, when they hit the paper, you really got 3 weeks here.
Yeah, you done.
That's why the last week, man, in our office is hectic. But people calling at the last minute, man.
Yeah, people calling the day before. Jamon, he wants to know: is there any way to circumvent the short sale system without having an agent involved in the process?
They're gonna want an agent because they're gonna want the MLS printout. We got to send in one now. They want the MLS printout and the listing agreement.
Listing agreement. First thing. That's the first thing, Jamal. I don't know how you're gonna do that.
That got to be part of your package too.
Basically, it's a
Man,
box, right?
Jamon, I would just meet with it. Go to your local REIA or something like that, man, and find you a agent who does short sales and work with the investors.
There you go.
They know how to do it for you.
Let them do it all.
Now,
That's what we
don't get one of them agents who don't work with investors and they've been in the game 30 years talking about they the best realtor in the doggone country. Well, you in for it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to work with you. You're not going to get the approval that you want, the price you want. Shit, they probably won't even tell you when the BPO coming out. That's the most important part of short sale, the BPO.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
right.
gotta be there, man. Do not miss it.
You
Point out every flaw in the house you can point out. I will even have my repair estimate ready and make sure it's jacked up through the roof.
Buying a negative cash flow is speculation, not investing. That is very true. Hey, Project Action. What's up, my friend? That's some YouTubers I met. Jamon, so get the deed before the loan modification is done.
Heck yeah. I had them sign it over. Because you can always give it back if it don't work out.
That's
But
what
if it work out, you might not be able to go get it.
you better come show no room. I wouldn't give it to you.
Hell no, you just came and hey, I'm behind 5 months. You just came and got it all put together. I ain't got my payments lower 200-300. Why you was a blessing from God? Give me a hug. Now I ain't gonna answer the phone no more.
Eddie wants to know, do you have a checklist for doing one of these, Eddie?
No, not really.
Yeah, so many things that could happen. Good God.
Yeah.
Who is this? Lewis Montgomery. Thank you, my friend. We got a love offering. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for grinding. Mr. Buck Nasty. Terrible. When executing a lease option, a sandwich lease or the lease option contracts, the only agreements you need when tying up the contract with the seller. Or do we have other docs? You know me. You already know how I get down with the memorandum. Go ahead, Eddie. I don't know what he uses.
Yeah, just the sandwich lease agreement. Do you record a memorandum on yours, Chris?
I don't record it, but I do get it. I get it signed. Yeah, absolutely. I just wasted my time.
Boy, the one we got so far, the only person need to sign is you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else. I had one this memorandum. Man, it wasn't worth for crap, man. That person had to sign, and then I had to sign.
Okay.
You had to get it notarized. But the one we got now that's been standing up pretty solid, you just signed that you got the property under contract and recorded in the courthouse.
Oh man, I need to get that one.
Yeah, we just tightened a lady up in North Carolina, man. She tried to backdoor us.
What happened?
So we put it on the contract. Then a week later, oh, she got a brother. My brother said we selling this house too cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, you tell your brother this piece of paper finna tighten y'all up. So we went and recorded, right? When they recorded memorandum, she trying to sell it. She done messed us up about 2 or 3 weeks. But luckily, my student was still marketing the property.
Mm-hmm.
Still ain't up with a buyer. And she came back. Oh, nobody don't want to touch it because that lien on there. I was, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Man, I got tired of them jokers backing out, man. As soon as they get a higher offer, they gone.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you better keep that memorandum on deck, man. This year, man, has been crazy, man. We had to file them, at least about 7 or 8 of them. And my students, man, they had so many trying to back out. They had to file them too.
Yeah, this is something new for you because I remember we talking last year and you were saying that you didn't really have to worry about this stuff before. And I'm like, what?
There's so many, I guess there's so many people in the game now, man, that's going and getting aggressive with these deals and stuff. Because like I said, I've never had to really file one. I should have filed one like once, but I never had to file them. But this year alone, man, oh my God, we had so many people trying to back out at the last minute because somebody didn't contact them and trying to get them a higher offer.
Yep.
Boy, it's been crazy, man. I never saw it like this. They've been trying to back out, man. We had 1, 2 at the beginning of the year. I didn't have my memorandum, this one signature memorandum. But this lady here had like 120,000 in equity. She bagged out. We would have, man, that would have been a good one.
Yeah. You know what you're talking about is my norm. People always try to back out on me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
I'm telling you, dog.
Yeah, jump ship, man.
Oh, how do you find your deals? She's in Atlanta. Shay just wants to know.
Well, different lists. I mean, there's so many different lists and list providers. Guys, you just got to get on Google. What's the one? List Source. Get all type of different lists. You want a problem list? People with problems, man.
Yep. Ain't like you're gonna just say you ain't gonna just get a list and call them and be like, get a deal. You're gonna have to work the list.
You gotta work, and you gotta follow up.
Yep.
Follow up is the key to all this stuff, man. Following up, because you're gonna get some deals on the first go round, but most of the deals will come from building report. You know, keep contacting the people and building report.
Miss Little Lady, she wants to know that you're Miss Tran, the king of negotiation. That could be. If you can't get a seller to name their price, how long do you wait? I'm trying to tie up a deal that I already know I don't want to keep. Sometimes people won't name their price.
Yeah, but we'll give them a low offer. Like, well, you sure you don't want to give us a price? No, we don't want to give you a price. I'll say, but then we'll say, okay, well, I'm gonna name a price. I don't want to offend you, but you won't give a price, so I got to name a price. Then we'll go low. 10,000 just to get them to say something. Yeah, but you don't want to name that price first unless it's a low one, because if you go too high, it's going to be hard coming down, man.
That's right. JB, he was thinking about getting the VA course. I think it's only $150. Eddie's making me raise it. It probably will be going up soon. Does it come with Eddie's full-time support?
Full time. It come with email support now. It come with email support.
Sir, you telling me I can't spend $150 and get you to close my deals for the next year and answer all my phone calls and take all my training?
Man, some people think that too, man. I got too much stuff to do.
They get mad. They get mad at you because the owner to service the debt from the property income, else the owner criminally liable for equity skimming. Jonathan, how about using a trust for a subject to deal? Once the trust is signed, where do I file it? I'm gonna just let equity. I'm gonna let Ultimate answer that. You do not file it, my friend Jonathan. You do not file the trust. And yes, you use a trust for subject to. Absolutely. You better be. Eddie?
Oh, yeah.
Option straighter than. If you own a property and do a lease option and the renter leaves before the option comes up, which is highly likely, are they entitled to their option money back? I like Eddie.
They get nothing. They get nothing, nada, nothing. And it's fully disclosed, man, before they sign off. That's why I like closing with an attorney, because the attorney gonna let them know, look, this is non-refundable. Because if you do a tabletop closing, they'll try to come back, take you to court.
Sure no.
Act like they ain't know. You ain't tell me that. They didn't notarize it, sign off on it. They usually don't even take you to court, bother with you. They gone. Closing, boy, they caught amnesia. That's all. This joke got $5,000. I gotta go. They take you to court, Miss Your Honor. The folks done beat me out my $5,000. Ain't know nothing about it. Man, get the out of here.
Eddie, I had an attorney call. I was outside one time. The attorney gets pissed when they see what the client signed because it's just no way around it. It's an initial after the deposit. It's an initial. You have to initial saying, I know that this is non-refundable.
Yep. Got them by the balls.
Lewis, what up, dog?
Make sure y'all document say this down payment is non-refundable.
An initial. Lewis, after you close the subject to, do you fax the POA to the bank or just keep it in the file?
Yeah, you just keep it in the file unless you need it.
You're going to need it soon. Lewis, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you again. And options straighter than if I do a lease option. Oh, we already did that one.
Yeah, and you just put somebody else in there.
Put somebody in there, dog.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yep. And keep the original deposit secure option fee and get a new one.
And all that go to Hip Pocket National Bank, the best bank for it to go to.
When doing a wholesale lease option, how do you stop the seller from coming after you if the tenant does not work out for the seller?
Well, they sign off on the paperwork anyway. A releasing you from it.
There you go.
And hey, we tell them, look, if the tenant buyer moves out, no problem. You just get another non-refundable down payment and first month rent. Don't even worry about it. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
I like to make the checks twice.
Three times. Yeah, I done it. Sold a house 3 times in a year. That's right. How about $1, Ron LeGrand? Tanya, hey Tanya. Eddie collected another 10,000 on that subject too. We looked at. Praise God. Good for you. I need to Tanya. Let me see if I can get back on and bring you on. I like to hear that if you don't mind coming on my channel.
Tanya?
She had a guy. They had a lease option, man. The house was just drop dead gorgeous. D. Johns, do you ever get a down payment from a buyer on a lease auction deal and the money doesn't go towards the payoff amount? What do you mean the payoff amount? Yeah, I don't put the money towards the payoff amount. I put the money towards the Chris Haskins amount. Right? Is that what you're saying, Eddie?
Yeah, I mean, we raised the price anyway, so.
Payoff amount. I thought she's talking about the original loan. We don't take that money and put it towards the payoff.
I don't know. Oh, do you ever get a down payment from a buyer on a lease option? Yeah, and the money doesn't go towards the payoff amount.
Maybe she means I
don't understand that.
Purchase price. It goes D. Johns. It goes towards the purchase price, but it's all hypothetical money anyway because you're selling it for more than what you owe anyway. The Backwoods family, Kentucky. Hey, does the seller put the deed into the trust with you as beneficiary? Seller warranty deed to trustee. Go ahead, Eddie. You tackle that one. I don't do it like that, but Eddie might.
No, I own it. Once they put it into we put it into a trust. That's our trustee, and we're the beneficiary, or our company is.
Well, there is a line of thinking where some people get the seller to do it, Eddie, and then they transfer it over and
to another.
I did that a few times, but we stopped doing it. I think Ron was teaching that years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
What homes with 3 mortgages? How would you go about dealing with those 3 mortgages?
Well, if they're all 3 different mortgage companies, boy, you got a jackpot.
Yeah, that's true.
And you got a jackpot, boy. You can create so much cash flow and equity.
Wipe them fools out. Paris, hey, thank you for your love offering, my friend. When do you think I'll do another training on teardowns and new constructions? Putting in an offer on a home now on that. I guess I could do it this week. I mean, that's my thing. I love it.
Let me know, Chris. I want to get on that training because I just came across a seller. Got 4 properties, man. 3 of them are teardowns. Mm-hmm. So we were going to wholesale 2 of them and then knock down 2 and do some new construction on them. Well, now, one of them have a slab. One of them just a vacant lot, so that may be a different thing. Mm-hmm. But one got an actual house on it. So we're gonna knock the house down like you did and just put up a new construction.
I would. Well, sometimes it all depends. As I'm learning, as I'm still learning, dude, you have to look at the original structure. How bad is it? Because sometimes it's best just to go up a floor. How bad is the?
It looks really bad, man.
It's
about a 1,200 square foot house. It needs about. I mean, this shit. Maybe the wood. Maybe the studs are the only thing still good.
That's all you need. You got to rip it down to the studs anyway when you add a second floor. If it's 1,200 square feet, Eddie, I would highly consider going up or doing an addition to it. Because the new construction.
Which is it better to go up or do an addition?
Either way, it's just cheaper. Cost-wise? Oh, additions are cheaper going out. Going up, you have to get a structural engineer to give you a letter. Sometimes if the letter is ugly, you got to do reinforcement piers in the ground. And then they have to do a soil test. But yeah, I can do one of those. I can do a training on that. But yeah, Eddie, you always try to keep existing if you can. But a lot of times these trash houses, you can't keep none of this stuff. Good question on that one, Paris. That's a good one.
It's all about the numbers. I'll get with you on that one, Chris. We probably tie them down next week.
All right. Get that memorandum. That's right.
Yeah, boy. You got to tighten them up, man.
Can you just, Bernard Mack, can you describe the process of ordering and filing a memorandum?
Nothing, just sign it, get it notarized by you, take it to the courthouse. They file it, put it on the title for about $25, $30.
$30, yeah. All it is a seller side memorandum. Richard says wants to know how do you get the memorandum where you only have to sign it. It's just a buyer side memorandum. You don't have to. Well, Eddie, you go ahead and explain it.
And you making Google one.
Mm-hmm.
You make a Google one. Google it.
Maybe we'll offer you later.
One-page memorandum. I wish I had it on the site. Y'all could get it for free. But boy, if I say email, man, I get 2 million emails.
Maybe we'll bring it up later on another day. Tanya, hey, I'm going to email you the smoking deal I may like to get on with me. Okay, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Tanya, they're rolling, man.
Yeah, she's a grinder. I love seeing my ladies. I love seeing my ladies get busy.
Oh, yeah.
What are the best leads to market for lease options?
There's no best leads. You just got to market, man.
Yeah. Donovan, have you ever found any subject to deals off of the pre-foreclosure list on Zillow? Hey, Donovan.
Yeah. We got an alert that goes out for our area for pre-foreclosure that comes straight to the email off Zillow.
Nice.
Because you can set up the settings where they email you the pre-foreclosure certain zip codes.
Nice. Jermaine, in North Carolina, if the seller does not have the necessary income needed for the loan mod, what do you do then? Guess that's it. Can't do it. Eddie knows that more than me.
Then you could do. You gotta have they gotta have some kind of income.
Craig Early, what's up, my friend? Can you explain more about wiping out second and third mortgages?
This is short sale. You'll be doing actual short sale on the mortgages. So you'll go in and ask for short sale package from both mortgage companies and then start negotiating on them.
That's it.
They're gonna tell you what documents they need.
They will. Yep. Oh man. Demar Sparks coming from Jamaica. How do I get the contracts we use? You can get mine from my website, which is right here. And Eddie's, where's your contracts at, Eddie?
Same thing, MrTransactionEngineer.com.
Yeah, just you can get either one of us. You're good to go. They'll get you down.
Chris, what we're gonna do about that seminar end of January, ClickFunnels.
Oh yeah, I saw you do that. I'm in for that. Only thing I like ClickFunnels, but them tools, man, they like to lock you in. They don't like you to use other programs with it, from what I'm seeing.
What you mean that?
Like ClickFunnels, they want you to stay with them. Like other stuff, it's like Mac. ClickFunnels is the Mac of internet marketing.
Yeah,
you can't integrate other stuff. Hey, Laney, my brother up in DC on the wholesale lease option. Do you get the down payment straight from the buyer? I do.
Do you get a down payment straight from the buyer? Yep,
we do.
Me and Chris got the documents on both of them.
Yeah, you can use either one. All right, Eddie. Final thoughts on my friend on somebody getting rocket and rolling. What do you recommend for today as we approach the end of 2019? This is going to be this has been for me. It's been the best year of my entire career.
Yeah, it's been great, man. It's been great. I learned a lot. Hey, doing
a lot of new people.
Huh?
You met. My thing is, Eddie, I used to hear people say, "This has been our best year ever." I used to think I didn't believe it. You know. Now I'm like living it and I'm saying it, and I hope my rounduppers believe that we're telling the truth when we say that.
Yeah, it's been a great year, man. We finally got our house, man. We've been looking for. I'm so happy now. My wife can chill out. Got a
Yeah.
little space I can stretch out.
Is that her? I shadow I see?
No, that's my son.
Oh. I did a video this morning about an analogy about being a husband compared to being a real estate investor. There are certain things being a husband I didn't know. I didn't know that when my wife made dinner, I had to just sit the hell down and just eat it. There is no.
They want to eat it while it's hot, man.
Did you know that?
No,
I didn't.
I had to learn.
There are certain unspoken rules of being a real estate investor and a husband. The wife can make dinner at any time. I'm expected to sit down and eat it, but I cannot do the same. I cannot go into the kitchen and make a big plate of vegetables and expect my wife to sit, and it's just okay.
Yeah.
These are unspoken rules that you don't know, Roundup, as being a husband. If you want to say a husband, there is a rule that your wife does not have to listen to you, but you have to listen to her. Your wife does not have to listen to you. This is just the rules. Another rule: your wife does not have to do what you ask her to do. She does not have to do it, but you must do what she asks you to do if you want to be a husband.
Or have some fight. Or have some drama going on.
Eddie, I didn't know these. The same thing with being in real estate. When you talk to these sellers, there are certain unspoken rules that you just don't know when you show up. You can't show up to the seller and start talking about yourself.
No. And you can't show up show up to a seller house in a sports car.
That is very true.
Certain things, man. There's certain rules to this thing, man.
These certain rules, unspoken rules, you gotta know, man. You can't go be a big bad investor. You have to make sure that the seller is happy, not you.
Right.
It's okay for the husband to be unhappy, but it is not okay for the wife to be unhappy. We have to be unhappy when the wife is unhappy. You cannot be happy when your wife is happy. It doesn't work like that for rounduppers. I'm just telling you, man. Certain things you just have to just learn as you go.
Yeah, well, they don't tell you this before you get married and stuff. There's all type of different rules pop up.
Same thing with real estate. I'm just like, man, if these people only knew. If you only knew. All right. Eddie, thank you so much. And I will see you next week. And we'll talk about that ClickFunnels things offline.
All right, guys. Roundup family, be blessed. Stay blessed. Hit thumbs up, guys. Please subscribe to my boy Kris channel, to my channel, Mr. Transaction Engineer, Kris Haskin. Roundup family, we love you guys. We're going to keep blessing you with this knowledge, man.
That's right.
We got about 30 years of experience. Hey,
that's right.
Pick our brains, man. I feel like old Ron, man. We got some old bets like Ron.
It's really weird, Eddie. It's crazy. I got a check the other day too for the loan is in somebody else's name. What do you do with the checks that come in from the lender? Like this came in somebody else's name. Do you try to cash them or you just throw them in the trash? You
can cash with the power of attorney.
Yeah, unfortunately, the person was dead. I couldn't get a POA on this one. I might be screwed, huh?
No, I would ask the attorney. There's some kind of way you could do it because that's your check. Shit, you own the house.
It is mine. Yeah,
there gotta be a way around it.
It's my money.
Sometimes you can just put deposit only on there and deposit it.
Yeah, let me try that. I'll try that 8, 9, 10. I need to do that today.
Just right.
All right.
Only on the back of it. And
deposit only. Yeah, I'll go to the ATM. Subscribe, like the content, share, roundup, and I'll see you soon. Eddie, thank you, brother.
All right, guys.
Peace.